Hello fellow viewers. You are currently watching the Lab Revolutionax Creature documentary. Here we give you a sneak peek at some of the experiments we've produced for the past few decades. Some wonderful, some dangerous and contained to take note of or terminated, but most importantly, this documentary is to ensure everyone that there is no sketchy business practices to be seen from us. We are a safe company with procedures to make sure nothing goes wrong. To start off, we have our first bioexperiment, a genetically engineered axolotl we call the sparksol. This creature is known to be 12 feet long, 8 feet tall, and 6 feet wide. This behemoth of a size is to make room for electric energy stored in a new and vital organ in its body now named plasmic. Plasmic keeps in and absorbs electricity, which allows the sparksol to swim up to 250 miles an hour. The energy can also be used as a backup in case there is a blood clot leading to the heart. Some of the electrical energy keeps the heart pumping while a sparksol's body unclots the blood clot. It is harmless, but if touched, you'll get a bit of an electric shock. However, if it touches the water isn't affected by the electricity. Next up we have the glutteral. A glutteral is a skinny tree-sized neutral beast with any kind of tree bark as a shell covering the median sides. Its thin body leads up to the head, which is covered with a large log with a big hole where you can see sharp teeth peering out. It's reported that the reason why they're called glutterals is that one employee witnessed it eating everything inside, including chairs, tables, computers, and so on and so forth. This caused the bark to thicken and the insides to widen and grow taller to the point where it spiraled out of control and it was eventually terminated. Next up is the oxycron. This hostile and destructive beast is considered a kaiju with a height of 300 feet. Note that this is the height when it walks on all four legs. It has a 5-sided mouth that when opened, it looks like a blooming flower. There are files and reports of this beast escaping a facility and heading for New York to attack in an animalistic rage. Employees stopped it before damage could be done. With that said, it's important to know we couldn't kill the beast, so we opened a gate to the abyss for the oxycron to fall into. Fortunately, the plan worked. Now to list off some other creatures. Drundials, a 4-winged eagle with a diet of birds. Grodes, a harmless stone golem that seeks to protect life. Hogoths, genetically engineered hogs with tusks as an outer ribcage is the most recognized detail. Lexers, a centipede with longer legs, longer bodies, and fangs filled with a toxic venom. Finally, our most recent but most disastrous experiment yet, the clone. What was supposed to be an exact replica of the original human body with the same conscience. On September of 1990,
Warning. A primary point system has issued an emergency alert due to a global invasion of flesh abominations. Lock all doors, cover all windows, and hide somewhere where you are not visible to anyone. Military will arrive to clear out the outbreak.
our beta tester, Alexander, tested the cloning machine out to make sure it could clone a copy of himself. Although the beginning of the process went accordingly, the machine malfunctioned and only scanned his fears, traumas, and anger. One employee noticed the clone from the cloning pod was bubbling into a fleshy abomination. Now what was supposed to be the clone has now been given the name the Altered One, the Ego, but the most recognized name is Darkadian. It later escaped and went on a killing spree, absorbing human and animal flesh to grow bigger and bigger until, for some unknown reason, it ripped a hole into the multiverse and escaped. After that day, no one knows where it lurks, but we assume it isn't coming back. Unfortunately, the company was sent to court and was fined $1.5 billion for the damage Darkadian caused. This case almost shut down the company for good, but we paid the bill. The deceased are parts of Darkadian, also considered an army. After wiping out populations, they bring back flesh to Darkadian. We don't have much information about them. What we do know is that there are theories that deceased are a physical form of demons. There also have been sightings of people transforming into deceased alternates of themselves. Mainly people who are in unhealthy mental states or have a reputation for being as described. Ruthless to those around them, having criminal records, no empathy nor sympathy for life, filled with hate, filled with narcissism, any negative descriptions and or features that demons can take advantage of. They come in different shapes and sizes with a few things in common. They all have creepy and or scary features and anything that can make them look dangerous. The only tip we can give you if you encounter one is run.